This is One on One. Robert A. Marino is Chairman and Chief Executive Officer of Horizon Blue Cross and Blue Shield in New Jersey and Chairman of the Horizon Foundation of New Jersey. Good to see you, Bob.
Good to see you, Steve. Good to be here.
10th anniversary of the foundation.
Yes.
Let's give a few numbers out. $34 million in grants over the 10 years. 965 grants, primarily in the area of health care, nonprofits, funding healthcare nonprofits, and also arts and culture. Talk about the foundation and why it's so important.
Well, you know, the foundation, we created it 10 years ago. Actually, it was created under my predecessor and former CEO, Bill Marino, under his leadership. And in the 10 years that we've been in existence, as you've noted, we've granted over 965 grants, totaling over $35 million. The reason why we created the foundation is we wanted better strategic alignment of the company's charitable giving. And we thought that through the creation of the foundation, we can be more focused, more deliberate in our charitable giving.
But you know, the other part of that's so interesting is that there's a Newark connection. And what's so fascinating, for those of us who are born and raised in Newark and are very much committed to the city, an interesting fact is that Horizon started in Newark in 1932?
That is correct, 1932.
So they start there, and the commitment is, to a large extent, to Newark.
Absolutely.
And Newark nonprofits like NJPAC, New Jersey Performing Arts Center, and the museum. Talk a little bit about that.
Absolutely. Well, as you said, the company was founded 82 years ago, back in 1932. Newark has been our home. It's been our headquarters. We feel a very special commitment to the city of Newark because that is where our business was founded. I have to tell you on a personal level, my family's from Newark. I was born in Newark. I was educated at Rutgers, Newark, so I find a special commitment to Newark as well.
What does that mean to you, Bob?
It means giving back. It really does. It means giving back to the city where the company was founded, where the company grew up and thrived. And for me personally, it's to give back to the city that I was born in, the city that my family is from.
What do you see for the city? Because you know Newark so well, and because you know, there's a lot of activity downtown, and we actually, for those who know our series very well at the Caucus Educational Corporation, you know that we partner with NJPAC and do a lot of programming from there as well. What do you see for the future of the city?
Well, I continue to be optimistic about the future of the city. I think the development that has gone on, I think the NJPAC, founded 12 years ago, became a great anchor for the city to become back into its cultural presence, if you will. I think the Prudential Center has added another tremendous venue for Newark. You know, Newark's proximity to New York City, Newark's proximity to transportation. It's an educational center, as you well know, given a number of universities that are based there.
Horizon Plaza.
Horizon Plaza, we're particularly proud of that, as you know.
What does that mean? Tell folks who may not know what that's really all about.
Sure. The Horizon Plaza is literally the front part of the Newark Museum. It was named in honor of the Horizon Foundation in recognition of the foundation's contribution and support of the Newark Museum. We're particularly proud to have our name associated with the Horizon Plaza there. And if you haven't seen it, it's actually the first public green space that's been developed in downtown Newark in the last 40 years.
So first public green space?
Yes, first public green space in downtown Newark. It's a park-like setting. It presents a very welcoming entrance to the Newark Museum, and it certainly is a very nice community space for the visitors of the museum and the residents in the area.
It's interesting, Bob talks about a lot of arts and culture initiatives like the museum, like the Performing Arts Center in Newark, NJPAC. But the other piece of it, really, I guess it's 80% of the funding from the foundation, the Horizon Foundation, goes to not-for-profit organizations committed to providing quality health care, right?
Correct.
Healthy You is a part of that. Describe what Healthy You is, because I understand it really has to do with fighting childhood obesity?
Yes. Healthy You is one of the signature programs of the Horizon Foundation. It's a program that we're particularly proud of. It's a program that we run in collaboration with the statewide YMCA Statewide Alliance. The program is focused on childhood obesity, prevention of childhood obesity. And as you well know, childhood obesity is a national problem. It's also a problem here in New Jersey as well. And through the Healthy You, the focus are kids aged 3 to 13, preschool, elementary school. The program is offered in sites throughout the state, YMCA sites, as well as 50 pilot school sites. And it really teaches the importance of physical activity, good nutritional choices, and importantly, it involves the parents because it has to extend beyond the school into the home life as well. It's a signature program. We've been involved with it for 7 years. We've granted over $5 million to this program.
40,000 young people.
40,000 young kids will be touched by this program.
Why is that Horizon's responsibility?
Well, you know, we feel we have a responsibility to improve the health and well-being of not only our members, but the citizens of the state. After all, we are a health insurance company. We are focused on wellness. We are focused on disease prevention and health education, and this fits very nicely with what is the mission of the foundation.
You know, the other piece of this, other than the healthcare initiatives and the arts and culture initiative, an initiative that you'd rather not be supportive of because you'd rather not be a problem, it really has to do with Hurricane Sandy, you know?
Yes.
No one would want to be a part of it, but it's the reality. $1 million dedicated from the foundation to Hurricane Sandy relief. Talk about it.
Well, we have 5,000 employees, and literally almost every one of our employees was touched either directly or indirectly by Hurricane Sandy. Obviously one of the most devastating natural events that's happened in the history of the state for quite some time. So we felt a very special obligation, being a New Jersey-based company, having our employees and their families impacted by this, that it was an appropriate thing for us to do, a responsible thing for us to do, was to commit $1 million through the Horizon Foundation to Hurricane Sandy relief efforts. And the organizations that we supported through that $1 million grant included the Red Cross, the Salvation Army, Community Food Bank, and the Sandy Relief Fund as well. Additionally, our own employees at last year's company Employee Volunteer Day, we had 250 employees and their families show up at Island State Beach to help clean up the beach as a result of the devastation that the hurricane caused there. So we felt it really was a commitment on our part, an appropriate thing to do, the right thing to do to give that kind of support.
Last question. As the 10th anniversary, as you recognize the 10th anniversary of the foundation, and for those who know, those of us in public broadcasting, full disclosure, you know, Horizon has been very good to public broadcasting for a long time. The future of the foundation, what do you see?
Well, I see a bright future, Steve. I hope the organization, the foundation, continues to evolve, continues to thrive. I hope that we're able to expand our grant giving, and more importantly, I really hope that we're able to continue the mission of this foundation, which is to truly improve the lives, the well-being, and the general community at large. We feel very strongly about that. We feel as a corporate citizen here in New Jersey, it truly is our responsibility to help in that regard.
Well, a lot of folks continue to benefit, particularly those who need it the most in the areas of healthcare, arts and culture, and those continuing to suffer from the devastating effect of Hurricane Sandy. Thank you, Bob. Appreciate it.
Thank you, Steve. Appreciate the opportunity to be here.
Got it. Stay with us. We'll be right back right after this.
One-on-One with Steve Adubato has been a production of the Caucus Educational Corporation, celebrating 25 years of broadcast excellence. Funding for this edition of One-on-One with Steve Adubato has been provided by the Russell Berry Foundation, Cohn Resnick, the Fidelco Group, Fedway Associates, New Jersey Sharing Network, Kessler Foundation, and by the Healthcare Foundation of New Jersey, founded by the Jewish community. Transportation provided by Airbrook Limousine, serving the metropolitan New York, New Jersey area. One-on-One with Steve Adubato has been produced in partnership with St. Joseph's Healthcare System.